Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Remy's place, he tells Electra if she had just felt about him the way he feels about her, the deepfakes would no way have happened. He vows that will no way put his unprintable hands on her again. Electra knees him in the groin and runs out of the apartment and down the road as he gives chase. Electra hides in an alley, trying to get a cell signal. Remy follows her saying they can still be musketeers if she listens to him. She continues running and eventually gets a call from Will. At Forrester, Will tells Katie and Ivy that someone is trying to destroy Electra's life. Ivy says this happened before back home and now it's passing again. They wonder if it's the same person. Will swears to find this Joe and ensure he no way hurts Electra again. Will textbooks her to let Electra know she's not fired, but she's not responding. Ivy thinks she's ignoring her phone as she's derangement. Katie feels awful as she should have known Electra wouldn't pose for those prints. Ivy says she understands that she was caught up in a PR agony but doesn't get why Katie didn't come to her. Katie didn't want Electra to feel shamed, and it's her body to do what she wants with, so she wanted to keep this from getting out. She hopes whoever did this gets caught. In the design office, Will gets through to Electra on the phone to say she's not fired and someone transferred his mama deep fakes. She tells him that it's Remy and he's after her. She sends Will her position and he heads out after her on his bike. Remy corners Electra in a storehouse and begins playing a crooked game of Marco Polo. He says he just wants to explain and tells her to come out. Electra runs off again, and he follows her. Will closes in on Electra and Remy on his motorcycle. Electra ends up cornered on a roof by Remy. She tells him not to come near her. Will sees them on the roof and races up as Remy elevation closer to Electra, who teeters close to going over the roof's rail. Back in the Forrester office, Ivy and Katie bandy how it should be illegal to do what was done to Electra. Ivy says the apps are so new that the laws haven't caught up. She also explains that the apps also make it challenging to find out who made the images, and people are being destroyed by deepfakes every day. Ivy says they can't let this be to anyone differently, and Katie promises Forrester will put the word out about how dangerous these deepfakes are. In captivity, Luna cries to Bill that the women then are out to get her. She knows she deserves to be locked up, but if she stays then, she'll die. She begs Bill to save her. First, he needs to know how she killed Hollis and Tom Starr. She says she has formally confessed, but Bill wants the details of how she did it. He tells her to start with Starr. Luna says Tom was performing at Il Giardino and had one of those Turner mugs. She couldn't believe that bum was her father, and he was going to reveal everything. She flashes back to pouring Presto acting narcotic grease paint into his drink, and says he collapsed in the middle of his set. Bill asks how she got relief of Hollis, and again, he wants the details. Luna says she feels bad about him, as he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. She explains that Hollis set up Tom's pack and the letters claiming to be his father. She had to silence him to hide that Bill wasn't her father, and she killed Tom. She recalls poisoning his drink the same way when he was closing the eatery. It didn't take long for it to protest in, and we see him collapse right in front of Luna in a state of confusion. Right before he dies, he realizes it was her who poisoned him. She doesn't understand why Bill wanted to hear this. He tells her, "I suppose you know why." Bill gets up and leaves as Luna cries, "Please, I need you, I'm going to die," and then, latterly, the guards arrive and force Luna into transport chains, as she cries that she doesn't know what she did. She says she's sorry as they lead her through the halls, and she doesn't know what's passing. She's also uncuffed and thrown out into a yard, where she sees Bill standing. She runs into his arms, crying, "Thank you," as he holds her. Remy Price chases a alarmed Electra Forrester. Still, Electra is suitable to shoot Will Spencer her position. Meanwhile, Bill Spencer gets Luna Nozawa out of captivity. In the CEO office at Forrester Creations, everyone is still talking about Electra's desolation over the fake filmland in Dallas. Electra came to LA for a fresh launch, and now it's passing each over again. Will pledges to find the person responsible. Will textbooks Electra but doesn't get an answer. This is odd as Electra generally answers right down. Will leaves. Katie Logan thinks she should have known Electra would no way do commodity like this. Ivy Forrester understands Katie just wanted to cover Forrester Creations from another reproach. Still, Ivy thinks that Katie should have come to her directly. Katie aloud. She was guarding Electra from shame. The content turns to apps that do this kind of thing. Unfortunately, the law hasn't caught up with AI. Katie and Ivy wonder who would target Electra. Ivy admires how caring Will is, and he cares about Electra. Katie rolls her eyes. At Remy's apartment, he blocks the door. Remy tells Electra that this is all her fault. However, this would indeed be necessary if Electra would just love Remy back. Remy adds that Will is no way going to put his hands on Electra again. That's when Electra knees Remy between the legs and takes off out the door. Yeah, Electra. Unfortunately, Remy snappily gets over the pain and stumbles after Electra. As Electra runs down the road, Remy riots for her to stop. Electra stops, but also starts running again. Electra hides behind a dumpster and tries to use her phone. Will calls. Electra says Remy is after her. Electra sends Will her position, also hops into a structure to hide. Will hops on his motorcycle and races to the position. Remy goes into the structure, which is like a storehouse. When Remy starts getting too near, Electra runs. Remy chases her until they run through a plant. Remy corners Electra and grabs her arms. Remy asks Electra to get down from the Forresters. At the captivity, Luna and Bill are still talking. Luna tells Bill that she keeps getting beaten up and wrangle on in there. Luna insists she'll die if she doesn't get out of there. Bill agrees to help her, but only if she tells him exactly how she boggled Tom Starr and Paul Hollister. Luna explains she formerly confessed. Bill repeats to start talking or he walks down. Luna cries as she talks about poisoning Tom. Luna says she cured Tom and he collapsed. Short and sweet. Bill wants to hear about Hollis' death now. Luna says she feels awful about it, but he set up the letters from Tom. Luna couldn't let Hollis expose the bum Tom as her daddy. Luna says Hollis was closing up and she cured his water. The medicine demurred incontinently and Luna watched him die. Luna says she indeed gave Hollis more water as he lay dying. Luna aloud. Her secret was safe with Hollis dead. Bill gets up as Luna begs him to save her. Bill glares, also leaves. A many twinkles laterally, some guards come by and take her into an elevator. Luna doesn't understand what's passing or where they're taking her. Suddenly, Luna's bind are removed and Bill appears in an angelic halo of light. Luna runs into her idol's arms.